Today I'm going to be putting 6 of Canada's very own wrestlers inside the Elimination Chamber to see who is the best Canadian wrestler. In this match we have Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Christian, Chris Jericho, Edge, and Bret the Hitman Hart. And the winner of this match will win a custom Canadian Championship title to top it off. And here we go, another Elimination Chamber here, but this time with 6 Canadians. Bret Hart with an inverted DDT to the Christian cage to start off the matchup. If you guys didn't know, Christian was my favorite wrestler growing up. He's the one who got me into wrestling. Once I saw the kill switch for the first time, I fell in love with wrestling. He was the guy that did it for me. So to see him and Bret start off this match for me, it's kind of bittersweet. But here you see Bret here stomping down Christian cage. But just like that, we are already ready for the first entrant inside the chamber as Bret, their face first goes Christian off the turnbuckle. Who will be coming out first inside this Elimination Chamber matchup? And it is gonna be the Rated R superstar Edge coming in first. Now, Edge and Christian, you guys know that they're both in AEW at the moment. Both just came off of a very good rivalry with each other. And it's kind of crazy because 3 of the people in this match are in AEW now, and 3 are in WWE. So they're like AEW Warfare 2 in this match. Don't want to start the tribalism though. Edge, a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest of all time. Once you hear the "you think you know me," everybody starts jumping up for his music, bro. You see here Christian here who has Bret Hart, sending Bret Hart face first on the top turnbuckle, but there's Edge taking him down in a weird clothesline as we approach 2 seconds from the next to enter from the pods. And it is gonna be the prize fighter Kevin Owens coming in now. You guys know recently he was just at Backlash speaking French for the French crowd. Oh, look at Edge there sending Bret Hart and KO face first off each other. But as I was saying, Kevin Owens is one of the best to ever do it, man. I think he's very, very underrated as well. I'm not gonna lie to you. But now Christian there with a chop there to Kevin Owens, punches to Kevin Owens, and Christian there with a backbreaker there to Kevin Owens as we wait the next entrant. Who is it gonna be? And it is gonna be Y2J Chris Jericho entering from the pods. Now Chris Jericho quickly going into a Boston Crab there on Kevin Owens. Will Kevin Owens tab. And Kevin Owens turns it around there, kick to the face of Chris Jericho as he has to break free. Now Kevin Owens stomping out the chest of Chris Jericho. And now Bret quickly turns his attention to Kevin Owens and Bret Hart. Oh my God. And that might be it for Kevin Owens. Bret goes into the cover and Kevin Owens kicks out at 1. But look at Edge though. Look at Edge though, telling Chris Jericho to get up. What is Edge looking for? Oh, Christian! Christian takes down Edge. And we are 3 seconds away from Sami Zayn being the final member to enter from the pods. Sami Zayn now enters and all men are inside this Elimination Chamber match. And now Sami Zayn focused attention to Chris Jericho. Sami Zayn quickly, they're Continental Champion, focuses on Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's end up able to counter it. And now Chris Jericho focuses attention to Sami Zayn. You see Bret and Christian with a double backbreaker to the Edge. And now here's Kevin Owens who has Chris Jericho with an exploder suplex there to Chris Jericho. And Kevin Owens going to the top rope. Kevin Owens going for a swanton there to Chris Jericho. But Chris Jericho caught him. Chris Jericho caught him into a small package. 2. And Kevin Owens kicks out at 2. Uh-oh, look at Bret though. Bret going to the sharpshooter here on Chris Jericho. Will Chris Jericho tap out to the sharpshooter here from Bret the Hitman? And Bret lets go for some reason. Oh, look at Sami Zayn though as Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn go for a brain buster there to Kevin Owens. Sorry. Holy, got me off guard. And now Sami Zayn now picking up Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn, oh my God, the strength of Sami Zayn turns into a power bomb there to Kevin Owens. But now you see Edge and Kevin Owens there with a double suplex to Sami Zayn. All 6 men still in this match. Chris Jericho there with a German there to Edge. As I was saying, all 6 men still inside this matchup. No eliminations yet. And now Kevin Owens with a DDT there to Sami Zayn. And now Kevin Owens with a stunner there to Sami. Will that be it for Sami Zayn? 1, 2, and Sami kicks out at 2. And now Bret with Kevin Owens, and Bret now looking for a suplex there to KO. And now Kevin Owens starting to get momentum here on Bret. Kevin Owens with punches there to Bret, sends him to the floor. Uh-oh, but there's Chris Jericho looking for the walls of Jericho on Christian, and he gets the walls of Jericho on Christian. Will Christian Cage here tap out to Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho now lets go for some reason. And now Sami Zayn with an exploder there to Kevin Owens. Into the cover. Will this be it for KO? 1, 2. Oh, Kevin Owens kicks out at a powering 1. Chris Jericho into the cover now, Christian. And Christian now kicks out at 1. Oh, Sami Zayn though. Blue Thunder bomb there to Kevin Owens. And now Haluva kick there by Sami. Haluva kick. And that has got to be it for Kevin Owens into the cover. 2. And Kevin Owens still kicks out at 2. And now Edge here focuses attention to Bret Hart. Edge with a suplex there to Bret Hart. Bret Hart says, I'm no selling the living crap out of it. And now here's Edge. Oh my God, double hook suplex there. German suplex there to Bret Hart. And now here's Edge here who has Chris Jericho. What is Edge looking for here? Going for a muscle, is that a small package muscle buster? I don't even know what to call that. But there goes into the cover here on Chris Jericho. 2. And Chris Jericho kicks out at 2. Remember, the Canadian Championship is on the line in this matchup. Sami looks like he's going for that power bomb once again, hoisting up Bret and turns into a sit-out power bomb into the cover. Will this be for Bret, who's busted open? And Bret kicks out at only 1. Edge is going for the sharpshooter. Edge is using the sharpshooter on Bret. Will Bret tap out to his own submission? And Bret kind of using the lower strength and ends up breaking free. And Edge there with an elbow there to Bret Hart. Bret Hart here who has Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn with a counter punches there to Bret. Sami ended up breaking free. Now what is Sami looking for here on Bret? Bret ends up countering into the sharpshooter. Sharpshooter on Sami Zayn. Will Sami Zayn now tap out to the sharpshooter on Bret? And Sami Zayn able to turn it around here. Ends up breaking free of the sharpshooter. Now Bret here picking up Sami Zayn and going for a gut wrench suplex there to Sami. Oh my God, a spear by Christian on the outside there to Edge. Will this be it for Edge? 2. And Edge kicks out at 2. And now Chris Jericho going for the walls on Sami Zayn. Will Sami Zayn here tap out to the walls of Jericho? Will this be it for Sami Zayn? And Sami Zayn taps out. The Intercontinental Champion is the first eliminated inside this match. Sami Zayn is no more, unfortunately. As you see, Chris Jericho going for a triple power bombs there to Edge. Into the cover. Will Edge now be eliminated by Jericho? Will Jericho get 2 eliminations here? And Edge kicks out at 2. Bret Hart going to the top rope. What is Bret? Bret going on top of the pod. What is Bret looking for here on the top of the pod? And Bret goes for a splash there to Kevin Owens, but he misses. And Bret here has a sharpshooter on Kevin Owens. Bret has a sharpshooter on Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens now taps out to Bret Hart. And Bret has now eliminated KO. Sami and KO have now been eliminated. But now here's Chris Jericho, the sharpshooter on Edge. Well, Edge tap out now, and Edge now taps out to the sharpshooter. So all 3 eliminations have been from the sharpshooter, the Canadian specialty. And now here's Bret Hart, who has Christian. Will Christian be eliminated here by the roll-up? And Christian is now eliminated. Just like that, we are down to 2 men. 3 sharpshooters and a roll-up for all the eliminations in this matchup. This is really a Canadian elimination chamber. We are down to Jericho and Bret. Who will be the best Canadian wrestler? And you see Bret Hart chopping away there. Chris Jericho and Bret with a side slam to Chris Jericho. But here's Chris Jericho now, taking down Bret Hart into the walls of Jericho just like that. Will this be it for Bret? Bret fighting, and Bret Hart ends up turning it around and breaking free of the walls of Jericho. Jericho now with a back elbow to Bret, and Bret with a punch to Jericho. Back and forth the 2 men go, and Bret with a headbutt taking down Chris Jericho. Bret Hart is fired up. What is Bret looking for here? Picking up Chris Jericho. And now Chris Jericho punches down to the head of Bret Hart. And now Jericho turning it back around and doing the same thing to Bret and turns it into a power bomb. There's number 1. And here goes number 2 there for Chris Jericho. And going for the 3rd triple power bomb to Bret into the cover. Will this be it for Bret? 2. And Chris Jericho eliminates Bret to win the Canadian title. What a matchup this has been. 6 of the best Canadians, but Chris Jericho prevails, ends up winning the Canadian Championship and proving that he is the best Canadian wrestler.